Samanta Chakravalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Sadhang Mang Munirajas Sunangtu Sagga Mokkadang Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayang Bhadanta Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayang Bhadanta Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayang Bhadanta Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Appamado Amata Padang Pamado Machuno Padang Appamata Namiyanti Ye Pamata Yata Matati. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday Dhamma talk. Today I will continue from where I have left last time, and that will be the Dhammapada second chapter. Dhammapada second chapter is Appamada Vagga, the heedfulness. Let us get started with the chanting first. Appamado amata padang pamado machuno padang appamata namiyanti ye pamata yatha mata etang visesato nyatva appamadam hi pandita appamade pamodanti Ariyanang gochare rata tejaino satatika nichang dalha parakama husanti dhira nibbanang yogakhemang anuttarang. Heedfulness. The heedless die, the heedful do not. The heedfulness is the path to deathless. Heedlessness is the path to death. The heedful do not die, the heedless are like unto the dead. Distinctly understanding this difference, the wise, intent on heedfulness, rejoice in heedfulness, delighting in the realm of Aryas. The constantly meditative, the ever steadfastly ones, realize the bond-free, supreme Nibbana. So this is the beginning, first three stanzas of the Appamada Vagga. The Buddha in his last advice, it is said to be the last utterance of the Buddha, just before his final breath, just before he was going to the final jhanic mode, before passing away, he said few words. Handadani bhikkhave amantayami vo vaya dhamma sankhara appamadena sampadeta. These are the last few words of the Buddha according to the canonical records in the Mahaparinibbana Sutta. According to this, the Buddha says, Appamadena sampadeta, be diligent Don't be late. This is a great opportunity, a golden opportunity for all of you to attain your liberation. So learn the Dhamma, practice the Dhamma, and achieve the spiritual liberation. That was the final advice of the Buddha. And it is said during the Buddha's time, when he was about to pass away, there was one monk who was so diligent. And this monk thought, before the Buddha's passing away, I should attain arahanthood. I should attain my own liberation. And when other monks, when other regular, normal Putujana monks and other lay people were crying and wailing and weeping and so much depressed, this monk was very wise. He was very smart. He was meditating. He wanted to achieve. He wanted to actually pay respect to the Buddha by achieving arahanthood just before his passing away. So the other monks were like kind of um, thinking badly of him. Oh, how come this monk, is not paying any attention to the Buddha when he was about to pass away, and this monk only is not paying anything, like not crying, not showing any sign of um, sorrow or uh, stress. And the monk actually was very wise. He practiced meditation and he was able to attain the arahanthood, the final liberation. So Buddha really appreciated this fact of this monk because he was practicing. He wanted to achieve his final liberation. That is more important than anything else. So over here today, we also need to think the heedfulness and the heedlessness. And lots of us. There could be two heedfulness. One is our mundane, secular um, heedfulness, and the other one is our spiritual heedfulness. And same thing with the heedlessness. So, how we want to achieve we all desperately want to accomplish our goals in life. If you are a lay person, you have if you are a student, you have your academic career. You need to study well. You need to accomplish your academic goals. Or if you are a business person, you want to also achieve some goals, you have a target within you, you want to reach out to that, and every one of us has something or the other to achieve in our day-to-day life. That's really important, and all these things will not happen to you if we work really really hard. So it's important to be diligent, it's important to be hardworking, and it's important to be heedful. That is the important thing, and only then we can work towards it. So out of the 10 paramitas in Theravada Buddhism, we have two paramitas, Virya Paramita and Adhitthana Paramita, by making effort, the fourfold efforts, and Adhitthana is the determination. These two things are also really important for us to achieve our goals. And then we need to organize ourselves. We need to work really hard. We need to schedule we need to have like short-term goals and we need to have long-term goals. And same thing with our spiritual journey. We need to have short-term goals and we need to have long-term goals. Let us say you need to have like daily basis. If you are a lay person, you need to practice 5 precepts. Every single day you need to observe these 5 precepts. You need to recite these word by word to word, Pali and the meaning. Even the meaning will be very very helpful. And then you need to make sure that you're not breaking this seal. You are practicing this. You're following these beautiful, powerful precepts. And then Every full moon day, you can go a little bit ahead, and you can go further and practice more sila, like three more precepts. And even in day-to-day life, then we can also think of applying this wonderful teaching into day-to-day life. So Buddhism is not only to restricted to the temple, it's not only restricted to our meditation, but actually applying this into our day-to-day life. So we need to make effort, we need to be diligent, we need to be really hardworking to achieve these things. And one of the key factors of all these achievements will be the sati, or the mindfulness. So mindfulness will be the key factor over here. Same thing with the heedfulness. Let us see what the Buddha says here in these beautiful stanzas in the Appamada Vagga. So heedfulness is the path to deathless. If you want to um, achieve deathless, deathless here is Amata Pada, is the Nibbana. If you want to achieve Nibbana, you have to be heedful. Heedlessness is the path to death. That means if you are not heedful, that will be the opposite of it, then you will go back to the samsara. Death here is samsara. So, appamado amata padang. Appamada here is the heedfulness. Amata is immortal, immortal stage. It's not really, again, we should not take Nibbana as something like another stage where you don't really die. It is this, according to Theravada Buddhism, it is just the complete, absolute absence of all kinds of cravings, all kinds of attachments, all kinds of desires, all kinds of defilement. It's absolutely pure stage of your mind. And there you won't be able to, you won't be committing any mistakes. That is the perfect, absolute peace and happiness. That will be the deathless state, according to Buddhism. So, heedful do not die means, why don't they die? Because there will be no more birth. No more birth means no more death. They have decoded the vicious circle, decoded the sansaric circle, and they have come out of this sansaric misery. So there won't be any birth or any attachment or any five um, um, skandhas for them, panchakanda for them. Five aggregates will not happen to them. Just like the Buddha said, as the first utterance, he said, I have been searching for the creator of this world, and now he has been playing hide and seek game with me, and I finally found him, and now he won't be able to create any house for me. The creator, it's like the creator God, you know, he won't be able to build any more creator, any more houses for me, because I have shattered, completely dismantled the very foundation of this house, all the rafters, everything, all the roof, everything about that I have completely demolished. So this person, the creator, uh, the world creator, will not be able to create any more houses for me. That is, this creator is none other than the attachment, the craving, the tanha. So um, uh, the one who has come out of this will not be born again. He or she will not have birth or death. That is the final liberation. So the heedless are like unto the dead. Even if they are alive, it will be like dead, because they will have to go back to the samsara. The second stanza says, distinctly understanding this difference, the wise, intent on heedfulness, rejoice in heedlessness, delighting in the realm of the Aryas. So, the wise person, he will work hard. He will not be attached to too many things in this world. Those material things that we have, so many things that we can be attached to the samsara. The wise person will try to get rid of them one by one. It is like it is like an onion. If you take an onion, you have a lot of layers in the onion, so you take one by one, remove one by one, and at the end of it you see there is nothing. It is just like that. So they we all have to get rid of these things one by one. um, our desires, our attachments, our defilements, our weaknesses, we have to get rid of them, and then you will be able to enjoy, delight in the realm of the Aryas. Aryas is the noble ones. So noble ones here, in the sense, those people who have attained the path and fruition, magga phala we call sotapanna, sakadagami, anagami, arahanta, magga phala. And those people who have attained at least Sotapanna, they will never ever be born in the lower realm. Never ever be born in the lower realm. So that's actually itself is a great achievement. And because if you are born in a lower realm, we know how miserable the life can be. We can see some of the things that is happening on maybe like National Geographic Channel or something. You see how animal world, how they function. They kill each other. They even all these animals are not safe. They can't sleep securely. Their life is not safe. Even the king of the jungle, lion, is not safe. They also hide away. They want to maybe sleep on top of a tree or something. They are scared all the time. So sansaric survival existence is not so easy. The third one, it says, the constantly meditative, the ever steadfastly ones realize the bond-free supreme nibbana. So this jhai, jhai here means the jhanas or meditative people. So those people who practice meditation. Again, meditation is not only sitting. Sitting is a really, really great practice. Yes, meditation. You can contemplate on any of the meditation object, and then you can contemplate on that in your sitting posture. And apart from that, you can even do it while walking, while standing, while laying down, while working, while driving, while cooking, taking shower. In all these um, different occasions in our life, everything we do, we have to be a meditative practitioner. We have to apply the theory that we have learned in the sitting posture, or when we really practice, we have to learn that theory and then apply that theory into real-time practice when we go out to the society. That is really important. So Tejhaino Satatika, constantly meditative people, they are very mindful, they are very alert. Ever steadfastly ones realize the bond-free supreme nibbana. So they are very focused. Steadfast means they are very focused, and they know exactly what they have to do. Just like the monks, when they take the robe, they want to actually um, they want to get rid of this samsara. That is what they say. Bhante, please ordain me so that I can get rid of this samsara. The meaning of the bhikkhu also is sansare bhayang nikkati iti bhikkhu. The one who is scared of this samsara. He is the one who is called bhikkhu. And there are other meanings too, but this one can be really applicable in this sense. So the monks who practice, they really want to get rid of this samsara. All of us, all of you also can do it. So as lay people, you have your other secular activities, so it will be not so easy because you have children, then you have businesses to run, you have other activities. So it is not that easy like the monks' lifestyle. But yet, you need to focus, you need to be mindful, you need to do whatever you can to stay close to the Dhamma. That is really important. So, yoga kema is a word here. Yoga here is not the yoga that we hear today. Yoga is like bonds, free from the four bonds. There are four kinds of bonds like um, kamasava, ditthasava, bhavasava, and avijjasava. Kamasava is all kinds of sensual gratifications that we have. So many things are there in the world to make us sensually gratified. So that becomes an asava, or a um, very strong, uh, what do you call, stain within us. So it is hard for us to get rid of this kama asava, the the stain of sensual gratification. We really need to work hard to get rid of this. Again, it won't happen overnight. We need to continue to practice. We need to continue to be mindful about these things, and then only we can slowly and steadily work along the path. And like living a simple lifestyle, for example, can be very helpful. And first and foremost, it is the mindfulness that is helpful to all of us. So bhavasava is the craving for existence, like a lot of us. We want to live in different lifestyles, and like if we humans think like, I want to be a powerful person, a very educated person, a well established person, a very wealthy rich person. We have that that existence, the craving for that existence. And also sometimes after death we think of, okay, I want to be born in a heavenly realm, and as a powerful deva or something. You want to think of that way, so that the asava for bhava, or the craving for that existence, is also again very um, powerful. And false view, the tasava, this again is another difficulty, challenge we have. Once we are into that ditti or view, it will be very hard for us to get rid of it, because ditti can make us so proud. Our ego can really build up on that. And so I think this is the right thing. My view, like it is like we are wearing a lens, and through that lens, we colorful lens, we see different colors. So in order to get rid of this ditti asava, we have to get rid of that judgmental thing. We need to get rid of that colorful lenses that we wear. And that way we need to see the reality, the truth, as it is. That way we can get rid of the false views. And there can be a lot of false views. Even as practitioners, sometimes you might have false views, and you think I am right, you think I have attained this jhana, or you think I have attained this path and fruition. So we have to be very careful. We need to go through a lot of things um, to get rid of all these things. Sometimes you are too much attached to, even strongly attached to even meditation can, and also very strongly willing I really want to attain this Magapala, or this and that. And then it will further delay your progress um, if you don't know how to get rid of that strong attachment. That can also be a hindrance to you. So false views can be very, very powerful asava. And then finally, the avidya, the ignorance. Ignorance can fool us all the time. There are three unwholesome roots. One is lobha, the other one is dosa, the other one is moha. So lobha is the greed. When you have greed, you can recognize, right? You have greed. And when you have anger, ill will, can you recognize? You can, right? You have anger. You can recognize some of the bodily signs also can suggest I have anger right now. But the most difficult thing for us to recognize is what? Moha, the ignorance. Ignorance will always fool us. It will make us like proud, or it will suggest like, hey, you want to be recognized by the other people. You have a good degree, or you have good education, you have a lot of money, you have a lot of fans, so everyone should respect you. You see what happens here? You are being fooled by whom? Moha, ignorance. So ignorance is something that is very hard to crack, a hard nut to crack. So we have to be extremely careful and mindful about this thing as well. Okay, so there are certain really good qualities, virtues that you can attain this goal of heedfulness. In the fourth stanza, it is said, Uttanavato satimato suchikang massa nisammakarino sanyathassa cha dhamma jivino appamattassa yaso bhevaddati. The glory of whom the glory of him who is energetic, mindful, pure indeed, considerate, self-controlled, right living, and heedful steadily increases. So the one who has these qualities, that person can achieve some of most of his goals. So one of this is Uttana. Uttanavato. One should be very energetic. Energetic means you have to work against your lethargy. You have sloth and torpor to fight out, like physical and mental lethargy. This can be a real hindrance to uh, any of uh, uh, any of us in leading, progressing towards our goals. Uh, both mundane and supramundane goals. So we really have to be very highly energetic. We really have to be very highly active, diligent, and heedful if we want to achieve that. Satimato, again, as I mentioned, Satimato is mindful. We have to be mindful all the time. In Satipatthana Sutta, Buddha said, Gate, Tite, Nisinne, Sutte, Jagarite, Sampajanakari Hoti, Uchara Pasava Kamme, even we have to be so mindful in every single activity of our life, every single move of our life. Like when we walk, when you talk, when you sit, when you eat, when you drink, even when you go to um, the bathroom, we have to be very mindful. Uh, there are so many distractions in the world today. So many distractions. So you have to be extremely mindful. To be at the present moment is hard, but then with the help of sati, you can do it. I remember there was when I was reading a book today, I found like the mind is like a wild buffalo, and then this sati, or the mindfulness, is like the um, like the um, the the rope, and then what do you call, the pole is like the meditation object, and that way you can tame the mindfulness, tame the mind, which is very wild. So mind is really difficult to tame. You have to be very mindful. We have to be very skillful in doing so. Even in meditation, it's not going to be so easy. It's not going to be a cakewalk. You have to be really smart and skillful at times. Sometimes even changing the meditation posture, sometimes changing the meditation object, sometimes maybe talking to a friend or spiritual friend or teacher, maybe even changing the location, you know, that can help you in different ways. So you have to be mindful about that. Suchikamma, sir. Suchikamma is like you have to be pure in your conduct. You need to do the right thing. Like the Buddha said, um, Sabba papa sakaranang, not to do anything wrong. Always do the right thing. Always get rid of wrong things. How to do that is you need to know what is good and what is bad. Like in the Rahuluvada Sutta, the Buddha said, if something is harmful to yourself and to others and to both of you, then you should get rid of such things. And also in the Dhammapada, there is another stanza the Buddha is suggesting. Later on, we will probably get it that later on. And it is said, when you look back into your life, if you feel like crying or repenting, or like it will bring tears to you, like remorse, um, restlessness, that kind of thing, because you have done something not so right, not so correct. So it will bring you remorse and restlessness. So that kind of things we should avoid. We have to do the right thing. We need to do like even small little things in our life. We need to know, am I doing the right thing? Am I saying the right? Am I speaking the right thing? We need to be mindful about that. Maybe you can, even later on, after saying something to someone, you can go back. Did I say the right thing? Did I do the right thing? That way you will be able to analyze or evaluate your own action, and later you can actually correct those things. So Suchikamma, the right conduct, is very, very important. Nisammakarino, that is considerate. And Sanyata Sacha Dhammajivino. Sanyata is self-control. You have to control yourself. The senses are, they are always trying to tempt you to maybe to see many beautiful things, or to hear many beautiful things, or many good things, like through the nose, through the body, through the tongue. All these things are there to tempt you, these powerful temptations. You need to control. You need to be the master. You need to be the controller of these things, and otherwise you will never be able to tame them. You try to give this body, for example, so much comfort, and do you think it will be happy? Okay, I'm done now, don't I don't need anymore. Will the body say so? No. It will ask more, it will ask more, it will never stop demanding that. Okay, so the body is just like that. These five faculties, and now even the six faculties are just like that. So you should be able to control them, sense control, um, sanyatasaja. And then dhamma jivino is right living. So living according to the dhamma, living the right way. Okay, so dhamma here is the right way. So right way of living is very, very important. So it should be applicable to everywhere, not today, not in the past, in the future, everywhere. It should be uh, common practice. It should be applicable without any justification, any injustice to anyone. That is the idea here. So that way we can actually increase our heedfulness. Then there's another one, very nice um, stanza. Uttanena pamadena sanyamena dhamena cha deepam kairatha medhavi yango ghonabhikirati. By sustained effort, earnestness, discipline, and self-control, let the wise man make for himself an island which no flood overwhelms. So when you keep working on this, um, when you keep working on this with sustained effort, you don't give up. You have to be really focused on your action. Like meditation, even meditation. Sometimes when you do keep meditating, and you feel like, oh, I'm not getting any jhana, I'm not getting any concentration better, and I'm tired of this. So you want to give up. There will be so many debacles, so many hindrances for you to give up, and you want to try more, and then again the Mara will come to you, will suggest to you, eavesdrop to you, hey, enough, this is not going to work for you. Enough of this meditation, and you can go back to other things. That way you will always be tempted to go back to the samsara. But remember, you have to be extremely um, careful about that. So keep working on that. Sustained effort is really important. If you want to be want to achieve anything like in mundane level, also if you want to be a doctor, engineer, or something, if you want to be a college graduate, want to go for postgraduate, you can't just do it like that. You really want to work hard. You have to make an effort, sustained effort. So in achieving jhana also, we have something called vitakka. That means vitakka and vichara. So one is sustained um, thought, the other one is applied thought. So applied thought is you have to apply your mindfulness to the meditation object. And then sustained thought is you have to continue to meditate on that. Then only you can go forward. So vitakka vichara, just like that. Here, sustained effort and earnestness. So continue to work appamadena, like with heedfulness. And then discipline. Discipline is something that we all need to maintain in our life. I remember there is a beautiful Sanskrit sloka when I was a very young Samanera. I learned Vidya dadati vinayang, vinayadhyati patratam, patratva dhanam apnoti, dhanad dharmam tatah sukham. Vidya, oh, this is the mundane, secular, knowledge-based education. So this education should give you vinaya, the discipline. And so it's not only what we call today like whole person education, right? So whole person education should be something, I would say, like the combination of triple H. What are these triple H? The head, the heart, and the hand. So head is your knowledge base, and then heart is your morality base, and then the hand is your skill base. Like you need to also know many other skills in life. You need to know from your parents. You need to know from your parents, other elders, other people in the society. When you observe, there are people who know many things, and you need to observe and you need to learn these things too. So this combination, I think, can give you a great discipline. So vidya dati vinayam, that education should give you a discipline. Vinayatyati patratam. When you have vinaya, when you have that discipline, you will become a respectable person. Okay. Patratva dhanam apnoti. So when you have respect, what does it mean? You have a good reputation. You will get got lot of money. That means you will be hired by good companies. So you will be invited by reputed institutes. So you will have dhana. Okay, dhana dharma. Okay, now the step is when you have dhana, when you have wealth, you have to again be careful not to go into another extreme, not to go into another disastrous uh, lifestyle, but to go to the dharma. Use the property, use the prosperity, use the wealth in the right manner. That is the dana dharma. Tata sukham. When you have the dharma, you can have sukha, you can have happiness, you can have comfort. That happiness again cannot be bought, cannot be bought, cannot be purchased from the market. It is an unprecedented thing. It should come from you, the core of your heart. So this way, the discipline should be a very important aspect of our life. Self-control will also be a part of these disciplines. We need to control, as I mentioned before, too. So, sanyamena dhamena cha. And such a person, when this person has sustained effort, earnestness, discipline, and self-control, that wise person can make an island. Deepang means island. Deepang Kairata Medhavi means a wise person will create his own island. That island will not be overwhelmed by any flood. So no flood can overwhelm that island. So um, all these tensas actually also have background stories, but I don't think we have time enough to explain the stories, background stories right now, but maybe later on. So we'll go to the next stanza. Pamadamanu yunjanti baladung medhino jana appamadang cha medhavi dhanang sethang rakhati ma pamadamanu yunjetha ma kamarati santavang appamato hi jhayanto papoti vipulang sukhang. The ignorant, foolish folk indulge in heedlessness. The wise man guards earnestness as the greatest treasure. Indulge not in heedlessness, have no intimacy with sensuous delights. Verily, the earnest, meditative person obtains abundant bliss. So now we see the two sides of the same coin. When you have heedfulness and heedlessness, they can bring some person both good and bad. So the one who has heedfulness can achieve lot of bliss, abundant of bliss. Papoti vipulang sukhang. That person can accomplish so much sukha, so much happiness, so much comfort in his or her life. So keep practicing this appamada, heedfulness. Next stanza. Pamadang appamadena yadanudati pandito panya pasada maruiha asoko sokining pajang pabbatatho abhungmathe dhiro bale avekhati. When an understanding one discards Heedlessness by heedfulness. He, free from sorrow, ascends to the palace of wisdom and surveys the sorrowing folk as a wise mountaineer surveys the ignorant groundlings. So over here, the wise person who is heedful, he can go to the top of the mountain, and he can see things like the people who are suffering in the world. He can see it just like a wise person. So, palace of wisdom, we need to ascend to that palace of wisdom. And so it's really important for us to think of it. You need to be a pandita person, you need to be a wise person, and you need to continue to build up your own palace of wisdom. And when you go to the top of the mountain, you can see, you can have that bird's eye view, just like a bird from the sky. You will be able to see many things down under. And most of us have the frog's eye view. So the other people, like frogs, they have very limited capacity, and it's both of them in a way are important. At the initial level, maybe the frog's eye view is important, but later on you have to go to the top and see the overall view. As wise person, when you build up your own palace of wisdom, you can survey the other people how they do it. Like the Buddha also was able to see, like these sansaric people, these sentient beings are born and dying, born and dying. They will not be able to get rid of this sansaric circle. They are so much trapped into this sansaric circle. So it's very hard to get rid of these things. For example, family bonds or attachment to many things can be very difficult to get rid of. Next stanza. Appamato pamattesu suttesu bahujagaro abala sangma sighasso hitvayati sumedhaso. Heedful amongst the heedless, wide awake amongst the slumbering, the wise man advances, as does a swift horse, leaving a weak jade behind. So, um, the person who is heedful, he knows exactly what to do. He becomes heedful, and he also is sutte su bahujagaro. He is awake. So, um, so how many hours do we sleep in a day? Normally, like 6 to 8 hours, or even more than that sometimes, right? But in lifetime, if we take like 6 hours every single day, if you sleep, if you live 80 years, that means you have slept 20 years already. You have 20 years left, and for the other things also many years. So you need to really think, if I sleep like 9 hours, if I sleep like 8 hours, that will be a lot of sleeping. Then you will not be able to accomplish something in your life. Especially the Buddha said, when you want to achieve the nibbana, or the final liberation, you need to really work hard. So, Nidda Sili, always sleeping, is not a good thing. We need some sleep, yes, but we don't need too much sleep. We need to also um, keep ourselves awake. Even in meditation, it can be a hindrance to us, and when we like feel like um, Thina Midha, sloth and torpor, it can really hinder our spiritual progress. Same thing with our uh, other, like if you are preparing for an exam, competitive exam, or you want to do a business or something, you have to really work hard. You have to sleep less. Otherwise, you will be like average people. If you want to work little bit more, then you can actually go little bit more too. Like um, if the other children wake up at 6, and if you also want to wake up at 6, then you will become part of them. You will be like them. So if you want to be better than them, you have to wake up 1 hour earlier. And then you also have to work little bit more later on. When if they go to bed at 9, you can work little 1 more hour, and then you can achieve um, better than them. That is how we do. Same thing with our meditation. We need to go that extra mileage, extra effort is needed here. So, awakefulness is a really important thing. It should be against the slumbering. So that wise man will be like a swift horse. That person will really work hard. I was reading a book recently. There were two books. One is like digital minimalism, and the other one is called Deep Work by Carl Newport. Over here, he also suggests how important it is to be really focused on one thing. If you want to achieve your, if you want to be hired by the best of the companies in the world, they only want very very deeply concentrated people. Okay, they don't want actually people with shallow concentration. They really want to work focused people like IT or other sectors. I think he probably can think of the Buddha, how he was focusing very deeply when he was practicing in the deep forest. He was focusing so much. He was even going away from all the people, and he wanted to really, really focus on that. So Buddha had done that before, and that is why he was cut above the rest. Today we talk about the Buddha because of his enormous sacrifice, enormous dedication. So if you want to become somebody like above average, then you need to work a little bit better. Um, Next stanza. Appamadena maghava devanam setthatangato appamadang pasang sankti pamado garahito sadam. By earnestness, Maghava rose to the lordship of the gods. Earnestness is ever praised, negligence is ever despised. So Maghava here is Magha Manavaka. He is the one who became the king of the gods, what we call Sakkadeva in Buddhism. So he was very diligent. He was working so much, and it is said he was building a lot of bridges. He was building a lot of rest houses by the roadside to help people, and he continued to work diligently. He continued to inculcate, develop a lot of wholesome qualities in him, and that eventually made him a powerful king of Devas. He rose to that lordship of the gods because of that earnestness, because of that diligence, because of that heedfulness. So heedfulness, when somebody is working hard, even a simple farmer, if you see that person has such a discipline, so much hard working, so much heedful and earnest, and then everyone will appreciate that. Everyone will be very appreciative of that person. And if someone is negligent or not working hard, then no one really appreciates such people. So you can go to the top of those um, stages in your life when you work really hard. Next one. Appamada rato bhikkhu pamade bhaya dassiva sanyojanang anungthulang dahang aggiva gacchati. The bhikkhu who delights in heedfulness and looks with fear on heedlessness advances like fire, burning all fetters, great and small. This is a really, really important message to all the monks and all the other people too. Like if you want to achieve something, you have to be delight in heedfulness, and you have to be scared of heedlessness, and then you can grow, you can advance like fire that can burn all the great and small fetters, all the hindrances that you have. You can overcome them by the power of your hard work. So hard work is a really, really important thing. Appamada rato bhikkhu pamade bhaya dassiva abhabbo parihanaya nibbana seva santike. The bhikkhu who delights in heedfulness and looks with fear on heedlessness is not liable to fall. He is in the presence of nibbana. So if you want to achieve any of these accomplishments like jhana, for example, or maggapala, sotapanna, sakadagami, anagami, arahanta, maggapala, you have to be heedful. You really have to work very hard. Do not expect these things to come to you just like that. You really have to work hard. You have to be mindful. You have to be kindful. Then you also have to be heedful, and that way you can accomplish all these powerful stages of your accomplishment. And such a monk or such a person can be close to nibbana. Nibbana seva santike. That person can be just next to the nibbana. So that is about the Appamada Vagga here. Okay, so I just actually went through some of the main content of this, and there are so many things, each and every stanza that talk about, but I really want to give you a taste of this wonderful Dhammapada. Dhammapada again is a treasure trove of the Dhamma that can be very helpful to all of you, all of us, in fact, to me and to each and every one of you. I hope it was helpful. Thank you very much for joining, and I think I should read some of the names who participated. Manal Vyas Mehta, Sud S. Jaff, Maria Iram, Jayanta Fernando, Rebecca, Karuna Monastic Cat Cuddler, Hima, Prashant Gaikwad, Sudha Pat, and Brian Dowlak, and S. I know who is this S. Yankee Apple. What is Yankee Apple? Yankee Apple. Okay, Joseph Hammond, and Normal Skydover, or Norma Skydover, and Julie Prairie. Oh, so many people. um, Maria and Amit Bhai. And thank you everyone for joining. And we have a few more questions um, over here. Let's see if I can answer. So, does realizing samatha and vipassana have to be through doing meditation, or it could be through reading and thinking? I think samatha is mainly to be practiced. Meditation is sitting meditation can be very helpful in samatha. Walking also can be helpful. Samatha is about the concentration. Vipassana probably can be practiced in many different ways. As I mentioned, how important to be mindful all the time, and then see things as they truly are. Vipassana, see like seeing things as they truly are. That is what we call passati is to see. Vipassati is to see something special, go deep into that, analyze it. So that is part of the vipassana. Yeah, you need to read, you need to think, you need to also listen to Dhamma, you need to discuss. And through all these things, by practicing um, the Dhamma, also discussion with the knowledgeable people can be helpful. We have another question from S. Thank you, Bhante. I admit that there are a lot of dukkha in samsara, but there is also some happiness that worth our lingering in samsara, like affections between family members. After going to um, it is little okay. After going to uh, samsara, the dukkha will be gone, but happiness will also be gone. Would that be a little sad? Yeah, that is why you want the dukkha to be gone, but you don't want the happiness to be gone. Uh, they are like uh, both sides of the same coin. You know how happiness can be a suffering? Do you know that? How the happiness can become suffering?
Happiness gone.
Yes, when you have happiness, you are happy. But when that is gone, you're not happy. That is suffering. So, for example, now you are sitting, feeling comfortable, right? And then after a while, you have pain. That's not comfortable. So you want to change. And after sitting for a while, now you also maybe right now, I think you also feel like it is time to sleep. When are we going to finish this? You might be thinking, I have some other things to do. You might be thinking. So the same happiness can turn into um, suffering. Yeah, so samsara is just like that. You can't expect only happiness all the time. Some happiness and more suffering. That will be the case. Okay.
But I think that person Bhayannaikati.
Yeah,
They don't see the
yeah. That's
bhaya.
why we need to see the bhaya in samsara. Why it is? I think like we when we live our life, we should not take like completely take everything away. As I always mention, like you live your life, you know, you need to eat well, you need to dress well, you need to study well, you need to do exercise. All these things are okay. You need to take care of this body. It's important, but then you also need to know that we use this body to get rid of this samsara. We have very limited tools here. We have to use them smartly, skillfully to get rid of the samsara. That is the idea. So you take care of yourself. So these little happinesses can also be very helpful. That is why we do a lot of meritorious acts. When we do a lot of meritorious acts, charity, good things in your life, it makes you happy. Those little happinesses can be helpful. But then, if you continue to do that, you will be only in the samsara for a long time, right? I remember there was a story. I'll make it short. There were two brothers. They were sugarcane farmers. Okay, And then there was a Pacheka Buddha going, and those two brothers, they wanted to offer something to them, to this Pacheka Buddha. So both of them offered sugar cane, but they had two different aspirations. Like one wish, by the power of this merit, may I be able to achieve the final liberation as soon as possible. That was the elder brother's wish. The younger brother said, by the power of this merit, may I be able to accomplish so much happinesses in my samsara. And so I gain lot of wealth and happiness and all these things, and finally Nibbana. So what happens? The elder brother, he had a very focused aspiration, and he attained the Nibbana um, very early. And his brother was also doing lot of good karma, and he was a very famous person, but he was in the samsara for a long time, and eventually he attained Nibbana. So we have to know, like, what is the best option that you think is to, this samsara. If you want to live in this samsara, there will be good and bad. Sometimes you will go to lower realms, right, animal realm, and you don't know where to get rid of them, how to get rid of them even. And also a lot of miseries, lot of sufferings, lot of sicknesses, a lot of problems in the family, in the workplace, and many things can happen. So you need to figure out um, where to draw the line. Should I go directly to as much as possible, you know, as early as possible to Nibbana, or take the long route? That's up to you to decide. Okay, next, dear Bhante, how should one make mindfulness more stronger outside of meditation? Is increasing the frequency of sitting and walking practice help? If so, do you recommend more walking? Yes, I think um, what what you want to do is outside of the sitting, outside of meditation. Well, we can, as we think, like meditation can be everything, then, as the Buddha mentioned. But what is more mindful in all what you do can be a stronger practice in meditation. So when you hear something bad, hear like have some pleasant, unpleasant things in your life, so you have to focus on them. Uh, be mindful about that, and the thoughts that come to you, you have to be mindful. Pleasant, unpleasant thoughts can come to you, so you have to be mindful about that. That will be a continuous process of very strong, focused mindfulness that can make you a very strong practitioner. Yeah, to increase your frequency, loop your meditation circle. I would say sit for a while and then go for a walking meditation, come back, sit for a while again, go for a walking meditation. So you can kind of loop your entire practice into a longer session of meditation, carefully thought out plan to work on your meditation. Sometimes if you find some sessions, some days off for you, please try it that way. You can sit for a while, as long as you can, and then go for a walking meditation, and with the same mindfulness come back to sit again, and then practice more, so you can continue to sit, continue to meditate for a longer time. This will really help you stay in focus a little bit more. Okay, I hope that was helpful. um, I can be mindful even everything is going on well and smooth in life, but not when affliction appears. Could you please share a couple of advices on that? Thank you very much. Yeah, every one of us, I think, when we are healthy, when we are stronger, we don't have any problems, so we are very, very good. Even me now, I can give good advices, right? But our real test comes to us when we have some downfalls, when we are physically not well. You feel like what happens? Fear, scared of death. Like you don't want that. You really are scared of it. So that is why the Buddha, in many different ways, he asks us to be mindful about the impermanence, for example, and these are like integral part of our life, like getting sickness, getting old age, losing things, and also sometimes people blame you. No matter how much good you do, people can still find something and blame you, right? You don't do anything wrong, but people still can find um, something to blame you. So these things can happen to you. You think, this is part of the samsara. It's okay. It's okay. I am okay. Yeah, practice that. It's okay. I am okay. May you be well, happy, healthy. May he be well, happy, healthy. May she be well, happy, healthy. Think of it, and that will also be helpful to you. And afflictions or ill health or some other downfall can come to you. I think that time, if you can focus on your Vedana Anupassana, like Chitta Anupassana, and also Dhamma Anupassana, Kaya Anupassana, if you think of it, I think you will be able to really deal with all kinds of storms in your life. Kaya Anupassana, for example, when you have something going on, like not really good things happening within your body, you can focus on that. And Vedana Anupassana, those pleasant, unpleasant feelings that you have. Chitta Anupassana, different kinds of the thoughts that appear in your mind. You need to observe, you need to read them. And Dhamma Anupassana, read according to the Dhamma, see the Dhamma. And that way, through all these things, see that impermanence, see the glorious uncertainty of life, for example. These things can actually save you from being suffering immensely when you are sick or when you are down in your life. So I know, like today, a lot of people, even young people, they have lot of stresses. They even get medicine. They need some counseling. They need some help. A lot of people come to us for help. So for them, I also would like to say, like, keep practicing the satipatthana. Four satipatthanas can be really helpful to all of us every time. That will be very useful. Okay, I think we are almost done. um, Beautiful Dhamma. Thank you, Bhante. I love all signs of progress. Okay, thank you, Noma Skydover. How do you pronounce it? Dauer?
EAUER? Dower, maybe? I'm not
Dower?
sure how
Okay.
to. Not sure.
Okay. Right. We have another question regarding working hard, how to overcome laziness and idleness. Hmm. How do you overcome laziness and idleness? Yeah, that can happen through your goal. Keep yourself reminded that you have a goal to achieve. Some people, like I know, like the young people, they want to have some pictures of some of their famous idols or stars, right? If you want to become a football player, soccer player, you have their pictures. So if you want to achieve some accomplishment in meditation, maybe Buddha statue or Venerable Sariputta's picture or something. Apart from that, in day-to-day life, I think, yes, you continue to remember how important is your life. You are a very precious person in this world. Each and every one of you is a unique person in this world. So you are so precious, so important in this world. So do not ever compare with the other people who have more than you. It's okay. You yourself are very unique. So you need to continue to increase your capacity. You need to continue to progress your path. In order to do that, only hard work, only diligence, only being heedful will help you. So let's say like you find it difficult to wake up in the morning. How do you do that? Like you need to think before going to sleep. I am going to jump out of the bed tomorrow morning, like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., whatever time you set. You think when the alarm is set, you need to jump out of the bed and then quickly go to the bathroom and wash your face so that you will not be sleeping again. Do some exercise and also practice some meditation. That way you can, if you continue to do that, continuously remember that waking up in the morning and making your bed, cleaning your bathroom, organizing your table, organizing your closet, keeping your room neat and nice and tidy. Those things will definitely help you become a better positive person and appreciate yourself. I did that. Yes, I did it. I wake up now every day now. I started waking up early, 5 a.m. Oh, very nice. You appreciate yourself. That reward, those little things, of appreciation, thankfulness, gratitude can help you better. So don't worry, you all can change the world if you do it. Um, Questions? Okay. Venerable sir, may I ask why we are told about Queen Mallika's time in the lower realms if the Lord Buddha did not tell her husband? How should one hold this story skillfully to grow compassion and wisdom? So, um, see, this is a great example of how glorious uncertainties are there in this life. Queen Mallika was the one who did an exceptional dana called Asadisa Mahadana. And she was such a devoted, such a dedicated, wonderful lady, doing so many good things in her life. But yet, her final thought, what we call Chuti Chitta, went wrong. Something happened, and she suddenly had something and dark, and she was born in a lower realm for, it is said, 7 days. 7 days in the lower realm, and then Queen Mallika's husband, King Kosala, he came to the temple mm, to ask the Buddha. He knew, like he was very confident. Oh, my queen has done so many good things, so she definitely um, is very good, and she definitely should be a deva right now. So Buddha knew that if I tell that, she will be she is in a lower realm, the king will be very disheartened. Wow, despite all these things, what is the point in doing good then? Because if these things happen. So Buddha made another magical um, formula so that whenever king comes, he forgets that question. He comes and goes back again. Oh, I forgot to ask the question. So he would come there like 7 days. Only on the 7th day, when the queen um, Mallika, when she was born in a heavenly realm, it is said, Buddha let him ask the question. So only the Buddhas could do it. Not not all of us can do such things. But yes, sometimes we can also be compassionate, also be smart, also be wise. Parents can do such things too. Like you have to be smart and skillful in leading your children to the right path, and the teachers can do that too, the elders can do that too, the friends can also do that. You have to find different ways, different means, smart and skillful ways, so that your friend, your children, your students can do the right way. Yeah, not all these things apply to each and every one, but when we change the pattern, maybe we do it in a different presentation, then probably people will find it more helpful. I think it is the last question. Bhante, when you speak about being energetic, hardworking, and not giving the body too much comfort, it makes me wonder if physical exercise can have benefits of spiritual practice. I think um, physical exercise, I mean, not extreme physical exercise, that can, it's okay, like maybe if you are practicing to accomplish some Olympic or something, if you have some goals like that, then you need to really work hard for that. Otherwise, if you want to meditate, you still need some exercise. I think simple exercises can be very helpful. And most of the time, monks like to walk. So, walking meditation and also working can make them um, energetic and also alert, and they are flexible. They can do better in their meditation. So benefits can be there for our spiritual practice when we do some sort of exercise. But remember, like if you take less food, like not so much food you eat, then you don't need so much energy. Uh, so you need only a little energy to survive, and then in that case, probably you can focus more on meditation and less on other things. But if you eat a little bit more, then you also need more exercise to cut off the the calories, right? What do you call calorie, right? So you gain more calories, then you have to work more on cutting off those calories. Yeah, yeah. But to keep our body stronger and agile, it is okay to do some exercise. Amit Bhai, how do we develop heedfulness, sustained effort in meditation? How do we manage to find the balance? So, as I mentioned, like when you focus on anapanasati, for example, you focus on anapanasati, the breath coming in and going away. So you focus on that, and um, that while doing so you might hear some sounds, your mind will start to wander away, and then you need to be aware, oh, my mind is wandering away and I have physical pain. So you need to focus on these things, so you need to be aware of those things and then come back to meditation. And sometimes when you meditate, maybe somebody slam in the door, or you hear some sounds and people make some noises or something around, then you get angry. It can happen to even meditators. So you have to be stay careful. Okay, the anger came to me, the greed came to me, the lust came to me, all these things can come to you. So be aware of those things and come back to meditation all the time. Come back to your priority. Your priority is right now not anything else but anapanasati. um, so keep working on that, and so that you you are able to stay focused, unified mind, and you can be concentrated, focused on one thing, and that is important. So I think Anapanasati is common meditation, can be practiced by everyone. So this meditation is a really, really powerful tool for you to stay focused at the present moment. Because when you focus on your breath, only breath, incoming and outgoing breath, and nothing else, and eventually you should be able to attain even jhana when you can do it for a long time, not being distracted by anything. So if you want to practice as a beginner, try practicing the Ganana way, the counting method. Um, Counting like 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 7, 1 to 8, 1 to 9, 1 to 10. So start counting your breath and stay focused. For a beginner, it's really helpful, I think. Yeah, focus on that. That will be very helpful. Uh, Thank you very much, Bhante. I watched some rabbits and birds recently, and they are constantly being scared. So, being an animal is not quite a good option. Definitely not. One day I saw, like when I was walking in the park, I saw some rabbits were playing, okay, and they were very happy playing. And suddenly I saw some hawks. They were airborne. They were like they were very smart too. They were airborne and they were looking around, scan. And they saw this, and these rabbits were also be mindful about that, and they quickly uh, hiding. Yeah, they always have to be very mindful. They are very alert too. Sometimes they are more alert than us. And luckily, we as humans, we have houses, so we can be covered from the storms and the bad weathers and all these things, and we can sleep comfortably, right, peacefully, and the animals can't. So it's so sad. Yeah, we have to be careful. All right. So thank you. With that, we conclude today's session. And may the power of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha be with you all. May the Noble Triple Gem bless you, help you, protect you, and guide you all towards the right path. May all of us and all sentient beings, including Devas, Brahmas in the heavenly realms, and also the other sentient beings in the lower realms, be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. May all of your departed ones receive this merit, share this merit, be well, happy, healthy, safe wherever they are. May all of us and all of them be able to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana, the absolute peace and happiness at the end of our samsara. Thinking thus, please keep your palms together close to your heart and say 3 times, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Okay.